It's simple, really. Great stories with a good cup of tea. It's the Tea with Mike show. Tea with Mike fans, on this episode, Jake joined the show. The themes of the show was simplicity, staying true to who we are. There was another cool tea fact. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and enjoy. Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Tea with Mike. Joining me for this one is Jake. Welcome to Tea with Mike, Jake.
Thank you, Mike. I'm super glad to be here. Thank you for this amazing opportunity to reach out to people.
No problem, dude, but super looking forward to it. So let's jump right in. Do you want to start by giving a little general overview about you?
My name's Jake. Like I said in my bio, I lived a life that was not meant for me. I got into trouble at a really young age, and it just threw me on the path that I was supposed to go down. And I thought I knew what happiness was from like partying and just that corrupt lifestyle. And I was getting happiness from materialistic things. And I thought, like, say if I had like a really nice house one day, I would be really happy. Or if I had a lot of money, I'd be really happy. Or, you know, if I was famous, I'd be really happy. And I was just looking for happiness on the outside. And I finally figured out that happiness is from the inside.
Okay.
That's a little bit about myself.
A nice little intro. So when we're talking about corrupt lifestyle, what at least in your opinion, what is a corrupt lifestyle, and I guess how did it impact you at the beginning of your life?
Cool. So a corrupt lifestyle, like, yeah, there's many different types of dangerous lifestyles, let's just say, but influence, right? It's all in your influence. When I was growing up, I grew up with the wrong crowd, which most people do. And then, you know, after that, it's just you adapt, you want to fit in, and you start learning the ways of their ways, and you pick up their habits. And, you know, eventually 10, 20 years go by and you look back and you're like, or maybe you don't even know how to look back. You're still stuck in that. So yeah, it's like the corrupt lifestyle is just like, it's basically a lifestyle of evil compared to good. It's really like, whether you believe in God or not, which I myself do, it's like when you live with evil, you are allowing demons to control your life. And that's just how it works. And I allowed the devil to take over my life. So I was not in control. See, I wasn't in control of my life. And I just let the devil, okay, you can control me. You can tell me to fight whoever. And it's basically just taking the easy way out and just allowing the comfortability to catch a hold of you, right? It's easy to go for comfort than to be uncomfortable. So I just clinged on to comfort at a really young age, and I was like, oh, I just want to drink, and I just want to do like fun stuff that I thought was like fun, right? And
okay.
That's a little bit about that.
Okay. So are you telling me that some of the decisions that you made when you were younger were kind of influenced by those around you?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But I'm not blaming on them though. I don't blame anyone for anything. I can take ownership and responsibility. And one thing I can say too is, like, no matter what you do in life, you have to take ownership for it to grow. You have to make sure that you're learning from your mistakes no matter what. And not look back, right? You just keep moving forwards. But yeah, totally, I agree with that.
Gotcha. Yeah. So for context, you're 22, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So how long would you say that you were in a place that you didn't want to be in?
Okay, good question. So I would say, like, well, since I was born, right, I grew up in this neighborhood that was surrounded by all these people. So right off the get-go, you know, I had my first cigarette at 6 years old, and it all just kind of went downhill from there. And then now, so I literally got my life together, I would say like 4 months ago, realistically. That's when I gave my life to the Lord, and everything changed after that. But before that, though, I would say about a year in time is when I really started going on the path that I wanted to go down.
Oh, okay, that's great. And then so obviously, like, it's not easy to like make a sharp transition from being in a dark place to somewhere more positive. So what were some of the circumstances or factors that helped you shift from, I guess we're calling it the evil world, into the more positive and purposeful world?
Cool. Wow. Cool. That's a really good question.
I've had practice, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm glad. I know. I'm throwing shots through you. Um, that's a good question. So here's the thing, Mike. What happened with me is, see, we all have spirits, and when you allow the blockage to get in front of your spirit and you allow someone to take over your life, it just hides who you really are. And see, this whole time living in this corrupt like lifestyle that I was living in, I wasn't able to look in the mirror and be like, oh, I love my nose. I love exactly how I look. Oh, I didn't even know what was special about me. I didn't even know like what I was good at, what gifts God has given me. I just was going with the flow, and I was just practice. It's like I was trying to get my own gifts, like whether it's practicing acting and getting good at acting, right? But even all those things I learned, like no matter what, it's like we are given these gifts inside who we actually are for a purpose in our life. And so to answer your question more, honestly, I'm very thankful that my mom is like believed in God and she's been following God for a long time. I'm very thankful for that. So obviously I could look back onto that. But at the time I wasn't with her. And to be honest, Mike, I almost died. And that's when I really woke up. So it's like some people need to hit rock bottom. Majority of people that are stuck in this circle of this distraction, right? They really need a shake up. Like they need to wake up. And I had that wake up, right? And it's like it's hard because people, all these successful people too, or even people that are Christians, it's easy for them to say, oh, it's easy, right? Like it's like, oh, you just have to learn this way and then go into it. But it's like if you're in this whole different mindset, it's like it's really hard to get from there all the way to over to there, right? Unless something shakes your world, though. So yeah, I just have.
And when you refer to the term shake your world, you're referring to the moment that you almost died, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And I've had a lot of moments where I've almost died. But the last one did it, right? Where I was like, whoa, like I was like, this is what I'm doing with my life. Wow. Where am I going? And I was able to go outside of my life and look down upon me like I'm watching the movie of my life. And I think everyone should do that. We're supposed to reflect on our life, see where we're at. We have to stop and take time out for ourselves and figure out, okay, is this the right person I'm supposed to be with right now in my life? Am I doing the right things in my life right now? We really have to take time for ourselves, because here's the thing, Mike, what I learned is like, and I know people have said this many times, but I'm going to say it again. If you aren't happy yourself, you can't give happiness to others. And there's a reason for that. And it's because, see, if someone, for example, if you look at me and you think, oh, you're very nice, right? See, you might think I'm very nice, but it's actually what it is I'm allowing Jesus Christ to shine his love through me. It's crazy, okay, but it's true. So it's really just all about being available to help the world, being available to help other people. And before, I had the mindset of like, it's all about me. It's all about my acting career. It's all about helping myself and growing. And I'm telling you, Mike, and people, I'm so excited for you to be here to hear this. Like, if you can read so many self-help books, and as many as you want, but you still won't figure out who you are unless you ask the creator who actually made you.
That is definitely one energetic perspective. Okay, yeah. So okay, excuse me. So obviously you hit rock bottom. Your mum played an influence in helping, or an influence and an impact on we're going to call it the journey. Yeah. And then also, I believe religion aspect. Are there any other things that helped shift your perspective and your journey? For example, did you start cutting out those people, or changing your environment? I think is a better way to put it.
Great. Oh, amazing question. I'm so glad you asked. Wow. Oh, yeah. See, here's the thing. I'm so glad you asked that. If I didn't change my surroundings and my influences, I wouldn't be where I am today. So that is very important. Like I had to cut out alcohol. I had to cut out smoking cigarettes. I had to cut out all these things, and everyone has different things that they'll have to cut out. But see, it's called a sacrifice. We have to sacrifice things to go far in life. If we really want to go far, we have to sacrifice. And so, yeah, like it's all in your friends, really, guys. Whoever is watching this video, if your friends are putting you down, I call that a snake, right? I'm writing a book right now too, and I explain about snakes versus ladders, right? And a snake is someone that puts you down, and a ladder is someone that'll bring you up. We're supposed to bring each other up, not put each other down. And a lot of people, you know, they allow these people to put them down, but that's the only reason why you're not growing, is because you're not getting this snake out of your life. So influence is huge, and I'm not just talking about friends. I'm talking about the music you listen to, the people you watch on YouTube, the movies you watch. It's everywhere. Like, I don't even watch movies anymore, and I'm an actor. I don't even watch movies. I don't even listen to music. That I only listen to like a very small group of music, and that I know is positive. I don't surround it with any negativity whatsoever, because music is it's a tattletale, basically. It's really cool, and I talk about this in my book too, where music has no feelings. And see, music will tell us what state someone is at in their life at the time when they're listening to music. So the answer is in their playlist. So yeah, just really, guys, if you want to be really happy in who you are, who you were created to be, whatever you believe, it's okay. You can believe whatever you want. That's all good. All I'm saying though is, like, if you really want to be happy, guys, you gotta change your influences. You have to. It's so important. So important.
Okay, so you jumped the gun. You didn't read the script. Just kidding. Yeah. So obviously, so at what point in your journey did you discover the positive and diverse, I guess, subject of art and entertainment?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, sure. So at what point in your journey did you discover kind of art and theatre and entertainment and that sort of thing, and how did that play a role, along with your mum, your religious beliefs, etc., on changing the journey?
Cool. Awesome. That's great. First, one thing I want to say is I'm actually not religious. I just believe in Jesus, the Messiah, which is Christ. But anyways, so to answer that too, I love your question. I'm super excited to answer it. So, see, every spirit is different, but I have a playful spirit, and actors have playful spirits, whether they believe in God or not. And see, I like to play. I'm very gentle in that way. I'm like a fragile little ball, like this fragile little ball in your hand. And you know, if someone shakes me up too hard, you know, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be upset. But so yeah, God has given me the. I knew that He has allowed me to have fun and play in theater or film acting, and so at a young age, I had this ever since I was little. I always loved the feeling of entertaining. I loved entertaining. Woo! Let's have fun, guys. It's fun to entertain, right? And so it's just in me. I was like, woo, let's go. And then I love like getting serious and getting into a character and all that kind of stuff. But see, what happened though, Mike, is so when I was on the journey of discovering this, I was actually on the street still fighting and doing all this other stuff. So I didn't feel like I deserved to be an actor, because I knew in my head at the time, I thought that actors like were very gentle. But see, the funny thing is I was always very fragile and gentle. And I'm not saying all actors are, but I'm just saying that like they are different, if you know what I mean. Actors are different than majority of people.
Yeah, I do understand, because I used to do some acting and stuff, so I understand the dynamics of the entertainment space and the theater and the different personalities within it, for sure.
Totally, yeah. And so yeah, what I meant is like, so I just kept going on the street and then trying to go back to theater. I tried Actors Studio and it just wasn't working because the people I surrounded myself with, they were all negative. So when I went to the acting school or wherever, the negativity came with me and they could feel that, because it's all energy, right? It's all energy when you're acting. It's all energy.
Yeah, especially energy with those people around you in the same space.
Totally, yeah. So I guess I just wasn't like allowing myself to go towards it, because I had too many demons distracting me and telling me to go off path, and I just kept going off path. And then I gave up. There was a point where I gave up and I said, you know what, screw it, I'm not gonna be an actor. And that's when my life got even worse, and I was just hiding from what I loved to do, right? And then as like once I started learning who God was, this is what I did. I said, God, what is it? This is after I hit my head. It all happened after I hit my head and that wake-up call. And I prayed and I said, Jesus, what is it I'm supposed to be doing next? Like, I feel like a failure. What is it I'm supposed to be doing? I know I'm doing the wrong stuff right now. Please just tell me, God, what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And boom, the moment that happened, he told me it was acting. And then my mind switched. See, here's the thing. I had so much anxiety, so much like depression, all these like things, these extra things that were weighed onto me from these demons. This is just my belief, but I believe they're demons. And so I had all this covered in me, and man, it was a journey. This was when my acting journey actually started. And like I was so afraid to even just show someone me performing on a little video, doing some rough footage, you know? And like God told me, like, just show them. You got to get comfortable doing it. And I showed them. And then after that, it was the next step. I was like, oh, I care about what people think about me on Instagram. I need to post a photo of something that I like, but maybe other people won't. And it just all started from there. And I was just learning to be myself. And over time, I kept climbing the ladder, Mike. I just kept going up slowly, one day at a time, going. And then I went to little acting workshops, and I was smiling. It was so fun. And I was learning, and there was times where I got criticized, and then you grow, right? You accept it. Okay, I see where I need to work on, and then you grow. And then you do it again and again, but you do get better always. You're always improving as long as you stay on that right direction and that path. So, and then when I gave my life to the Lord, that's when I really learned, like, everyone's different, but in my calling in life, I know that it's not about me. It's about helping people, that God's given me a gift. I think to relate to people. It depends though what it is. But you see, I love people. I always have. I just didn't know how to express it. I've cried so many times in my room. I cried actually before we videotaped this, like today. Yeah, really? I was crying before. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. I was just crying because I was excited to talk to the world. I was just excited to talk to you guys. No, seriously, yeah, this is real. Like I have so much love to share with the world, and it's not.
I can definitely tell, like, by a few factors, the energy, the positivity, the smile, and all those characteristics definitely reflect in your personality. And then just to go back a second, I would agree with you on how theatre can bring out the best in someone, just being in that environment. I did a lot of acting, and then I went into technical theatre, and then I got mentally exhausted from some of the work that I was doing, so I took a break from it. But then at that point in my life, and the subsequent 1 year to 2 years were probably the worst 2 years of my life, where I got into the most trouble and made the most mistakes. And up until about a year and a half ago, even a year ago, I was heading on a bit like you. I was heading on a completely different path to us talking here today. So I just thought I'd throw that in on how it can really help shape someone's future. Carry on.
No, wow. Thank you for sharing that, Mike. That's amazing. Thanks. That was all from your heart, man. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it. I hear you. Yeah. Oh, one thing I want to say, because I heard you mention happiness. See, this is another thing I want people to understand, is that happiness is from within. Smiling is a habit. So we decide. See, I can be so happy, and I can decide to show Mike that I'm happy because I trust him, right? But there's people that are really happy and they might not be smiling. You don't know. So just keep that in mind, that happiness is from within. It's not from the outside. It's really from within. It's really crazy, but it's true. It really is.
Okay, awesome. So obviously you started in a very dark place, and over time, gradually, no pun intended, life got a little better, a little brighter, both through hard choices, changes in environment. So then, to the present day, do you want to tell people about some of the films that you've been in, and what you enjoy most about films specifically?
Cool, yeah, for sure. So the new TV show Silk Road, if you guys have heard about it, Jill was on the show, so she's probably talked about it a little bit. Yeah, so I got in Silk Road. It was a really weird, it was an interesting way of how it worked out. I'm very thankful for how, I'm just blessed that I got the opportunity to perform with a camera there, and be put on the spot to really know if that's what I wanted to do. Because you don't know until you actually do it. It's really weird.
That's very true.
You can study it for 5 years, and then the moment it happens and you're put on the spot, it's like, oh, it's like, okay. So anyways, the director was a photographer, and I was going to move to Vancouver for acting school. And then I went to Vernon to get some headshots before I went to Vancouver, and turns out he's a director, and we were just talking, and he said, hey, if you want to come help out on set and see how things are and be the slate guy, feel free. And I was like, I would love that. Like, I was like so excited. And then, that day came, and that was like the best day of my life. I was like, woo, like I was so excited and happy inside. And then it's weird because he mentioned the night before, if someone doesn't show up, it's possible that you might get the role. You never know. And I actually prayed the night before. As weird as it is, I said, if someone doesn't show up, I pray that I'm the one that gets the spot. And it turns out I'm on set, and I'm just chatting. I'm doing the slate. It was so fun. Like, I was fine even just doing the slate. I was happy to even be there. And then all of a sudden, I could feel the energy in the room where there was something missing. And it was a phone call with the director, and they were looking for the person that was supposed to show up. He didn't show up. And dude, I got right away in my stomach. I felt so sick. I was like, oh, this is like the biggest moment right here. Like, I knew what was going to happen. I just could feel it because I prayed for it before. And then all of a sudden, right then, they asked me. And that's the rest is history, right? And then I went. They said I was the perfect fit for the character. I was at the right time at the right place. That's what I can say. Yeah, the tattoos, everything, just the way it all worked out. It was like, whoa, this is crazy. And then, I had so much fun, like just getting to know all the people on set. Not just the actors. That's the cool thing. All of them. It's like, it's a craft in every section, and it's so beautiful to see it come together. And this is one thing I want to say to people that maybe want to get into acting, and I hope you do. I think honestly everyone should. It's something you got to try. It's really fun. And well, but I don't consider it acting. I consider it being real. But anyways, so what I was gonna say is, you see a lot of actors, and I'm not calling anyone out. This is the way I had my mindset before, where they chase the results, they chase the fame, they chase the result of, you know, being in the best movie there is. But I'm here to tell you that you don't fall in love with the result, because results will come and go. So you're just chasing something that you'll never fulfill. You gotta fall in love with the process. The process stays, and the results will come and go. So just make sure you guys find a process, whether it's acting, music. Like, for example, a process, if you don't already know, it's like part of the acting process is memorization. I love memorizing, even when I'm not getting into acting.
Memorization.
You like it too,
That's the reason why I switched to technical theater, was lack of vocal ability and memorization. Because I did some cool stuff. I've done some like Shakespearean stuff. I played Franz the Butler in Sound of Music. Little Shop of Horrors, Oliver Twist. Yeah, so I've been around lots of different types of productions. So it's kind of cool.
That's wow, that's amazing. And I can say too, I'm still a baby in the industry. Okay, I'll totally put that out there right now. It's like, but I know I'm more like Tom Cruise, this type of person I am, where it's like when I do something, I do it 100%. I'm not gonna fake it. I'm doing it. I'm in the moment. Let's go, guys. Woo, we're ready. Like, let's go. And I think everyone should be like that, like Tom Cruise, in a sense, not the Scientology part, but you know, just be. If you say you're gonna do something, do it, right? There's no maybes, ifs, buts, or tries. But anyways, so yeah, the process, right? It's like the memorization, the connection with people, the realism of living different. Like an actor gets to live like probably 100 different lifestyles in their careers, or more, or maybe less, but still, that's like, whoa, that's just crazy. Unless they're acting. If they're acting, then they're not living the lifestyles. But if they're being real in the moment, oh, they are different. But yeah, so fall in love with the process. You can look for results, but don't fall in love with the result, right, guys? Focus on the process, because that will always be there. You can love the process. It's always around the corner. I can go in my room right now and memorize if I want to. I can go and memorize the script. I can go and like start spitting out words. You know what I mean? I can turn a camera on. It's amazing. The process is beautiful.
Also, and then you maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but did you know that some tea bags are actually made from banana skins?
Some what?
Some tea bags are actually made from banana skins.
Really?
Yeah, so that comes from kickassfacts.com. Did you know? Yeah. What do you?
How do they even do that? They poke little holes in it?
I have no idea. I'm gonna have to go research more about tea bags and banana skins.
Wow. Whoa, that's so cool. See, I would be drinking tea right now, but I guess can't drink tea. But anyway, say what you're saying.
So good. So obviously you're a very energetic person, and even throughout this interview, you've been definitely true to who you are as a person, with slight changes in characters between the different voices and energy level that you've been using. So why haven't you started your podcast yet?
Oh, that's a good question. I like that. I'm here to answer that. Okay, so the reason I haven't, I bought the equipment.
I know, I'm going to go deeper. I pay attention to what you do, and so I know the answer that you gave. So I'm here to tell you, like, you need to move the process forward.
With podcasting?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. You got a good podcasting voice. I think people enjoy listening to the energy.
I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Sorry for cutting you off there. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Honestly, like, see, I was so ready to do it, but it's not up to me. It's up to God. I'm a vessel. I'm available, right? If he wants me to do something else, I'll do it. Like, I'm writing a book right now, and he's writing it with me. As crazy as that sounds, it's the truth. And a lot of people, I just want to say really quick, it's like when we think of God, it's like people think that, like, if they don't really understand the Bible, like Jesus, right, was a person on earth but God is actually light. Like he's like light, and he was here before everything. So it's like it's real. It's just that's all I can say to that. But anyways.
It's the Tea with Mike show.